Hey, welcome back guys. So today on this video, we are talking about Wells Fargo Bank and more specifically how to lock and unlock your Wells Fargo debit card if you lost it or you're not sure exactly where it is, or maybe you want to put some sort of a hold or a restriction on it. So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Wells Fargo Bank app. If you don't have the app already, be sure to check the video description below. I'll try to leave a link there, or you can simply go to the Apple Store or Google Play and download it. Just look for Wells Fargo. It's this red, yellow, and white app right here. So I'm going to go and open it up now. Alright, so I went ahead and opened up the app right now, and it is asking me to log in. I have not registered my Touch ID yet, so I'm going to go ahead and log in now off screen. Alright, I went ahead and logged into my Wells Fargo mobile app. And again, what we're doing is locking your Wells Fargo debit card. A brief rundown on why you would want to do that. Well, there's a couple of different reasons. First and most obvious would be if you lost your debit card, but you think you might find it at one point in the near future. So this is a lot different than reporting your card lost through the bank, because by locking the debit card, it helps avoid any kind of transactions, or at least most transactions, from billing onto the debit card while it's out of your possession. And you can easily reactivate the debit card if you find it. And I'm not sure if you're like me, but I have encountered this a few times. I think that I've lost my debit card, it's not in my wallet, I've looked all over the place, and then come to find out, 2 days later it's in my pants pocket. And if you report your card lost through the bank, then that means you're going to have to wait for one to be mailed to you or replaced at a branch, so that can be kind of inconvenient. This is a good way to kind of put it on hold, help avoid any kind of fraudulent transactions, and still have the opportunity to reactivate the card if you find it. But how do you do that through the app? So let's go ahead and go through the steps. First off, like I said, you want to go ahead and log in through your Wells Fargo banking mobile app. Once you've done that, what you want to do is go ahead and click on the account that you're working with. If you have multiple accounts, be sure that you're choosing the correct account that you want to work in. For me, I only have one Wells Fargo account, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that now. Alright, I went ahead and clicked into my Wells Fargo checking account on the app. And then the next place you want to go is right here on this top line. It has a lot of different options for your checking account. We're not going to worry about those. What you want to do is go ahead and scroll all the way to the left until you see more. And that's these three little dots right here. Once you open that, it's going to open up a drop-down menu. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off screen now. Alright, so I went ahead and opened up the More Services menu, and what you want to do is scroll down until you say Turn Card On or Off. And they're referencing your Wells Fargo debit card, turning it off or on. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that now. Alright, so I went ahead and clicked on that, and then here is the menu option. So as you can see on the top, Turn Card On or Off, and what that's going to do is go ahead and pause the debit card. So right here you can see a couple of different options. The first one is to turn off your debit card, your Wells Fargo debit card, and that will prevent most new transactions from billing. But keep in mind that any kind of recurring transactions could still bill onto the account. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. If you have a gym membership or some kind of subscription service that bills monthly, that's still usually going to go through, so just be aware of that. This next option allows you to turn off transactions that would occur outside of the United States. So that's kind of a neat function. If you don't do a lot of transactions out of the US, you might want to go ahead and have that off. And that way, if somehow, some way, someone duplicates your card overseas, they can't use your Wells Fargo debit card. So if you want to go ahead and disable your Wells Fargo debit card, it's pretty simple. This looks like a slider, but it's actually a button. So if you want to turn it off, right now it's in the on position because it's green. If you want to turn it off, you just simply touch this button, and there you go, and it's thinking. And now it says that the card is now turned off. And it does give you more information right here. You're welcome to read through it. It's basically saying that most transactions will now be declined while that card is off. And also that they're going to send an email or a notification that your card is now off. I'll go ahead and show you that email now. Alright, so I just got that email confirmation. Here it is, and it's just confirming that the Wells Fargo card has been turned off as I had requested. So make sure that you understand you will receive that in your email inbox, and then you'll also receive one once you turn it on. So let me go ahead and flip back to the app, and then we'll go ahead and turn the app back on. Alright, so here we are back in the app, and we're going to go ahead and turn on our Wells Fargo debit card now. And all you do is just click on this button once again, and it's thinking. And there you go. Now the button is turned green, so that way you know that the card is now turned back on. The nice thing is your debit card number through Wells Fargo does not change when you do this. The Wells Fargo debit card number will stay the same. Now when you do turn on your debit card again, you will receive another confirmation email confirming that the debit card has now been turned on. Let me switch over to that email and I'll show you that. All right, so here is a copy of the email that I received confirming that the Wells Fargo debit card has been turned on as we had requested. And also, this is the email account that I'd set up when I set up my online banking through Wells Fargo. So if you have multiple emails, just be sure that you remember the email account that you set the account up with. Let me switch back over to the app. All right, so there you have it. That is how you disable and enable or turn off and turn on your Wells Fargo debit card. If you know an easier way to do this, be sure to leave me a comment below. I'm always kind of curious, but hopefully you found the video useful. If so, click thumbs up, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.